Alright, what's up? So I'm going to introduce my car that I got to replace the Wrangler. I'm super stoked about it. I love it. I'm so happy to have one of these again, even though I haven't had this particular model. Psych! Without further ado, I'm going to introduce my car that I got to replace the Wrangler, and it is a 2001 E46. It's a 330 Ci. It is filthy because I drove to Arkansas to get it last night, and I just drove down my parents' driveway that is like all mud. So I'm gonna take it to the car wash after I leave here, but I'm so stoked to have this. It is in fabulous condition. It has 151,000 miles. Like I said, it's a 2001 330 Ci. I'll show you the things that are kind of wrong with it, quote unquote, here in a second. The list of maintenance it's had done is, it was all listed out for me whenever I talked to the guy about buying this. He was super meticulous with listing out information, which to me, that goes a long way. I am a very meticulous person, if you guys haven't guessed. So when I see somebody who kind of matches that, I immediately am intrigued with what they have to sell. It has the Style 68 with a little M logo on it. I don't know if I'll end up keeping those, but they're pretty eaten up with curb rash. I may like redo them as kind of a project. I may try and refinish them. Let's see. Interior is in phenomenal shape. I need to source some floor mats. I 1000% want rubber floor mats. I do not want carpet floor mats. It has the sport seats with the bolster. I remember wishing I had those in the E30. I finally have them. It has a new head unit, which is an Android. I'm not really familiar with Android, so I'm gonna have to mess around with this, but from what I have used it, I mean, I drove 2 hours last night. 5 or 10 minutes today, and it's pretty user-friendly. So what this guy did is he went through and did some interior work, which is good for him. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it all though. I definitely like the headliner. It kind of has that Alcantara look. It is super tight and done really, really well. I don't know how I feel about this being done, but I also don't know the condition of the trim underneath, so that kind of worries me. With the steering wheel, same thing. It has like a suede wrap on it. I don't know how long I'm going to keep that on there. Probably not very long. He said that the leather steering wheel underneath is in great shape. Of course, it's a 5-speed manual. One thing I definitely want to do is get a different shift knob. I have grown to like weighted shift knobs a lot, and that is not this. What is that? The heck? Oh, coin holder. Go figure. Back seat is in great condition. Some little things like this, like the little cigarette thing, but I mean, I was looking today and they're like 30 or 60 bucks, something like that. And I'll wait until I find one that's not that expensive. But interior is phenomenal. Cluster is in great condition, great working order. Everything is just in really, really good shape. I'll open up the hood for you. It's an inline 6. I don't know if I mentioned this, or I don't know if it needs to be mentioned, but it's Alpine white. The engine bay, very well taken care of. The list of stuff that he had for me was stuff that you typically see with E46s, from stuff that I researched. I even sent this to my friend Brandon. I'll link his channel down below. Super, super knowledgeable guy with BMWs, way more than me. Now, it does have an oil leak. And that was one thing that Brandon told me is pretty common with the E46. The guy admittedly said he wasn't a mechanic. He goes, I didn't really know anything about, you know, doing anything besides some wiring and interior work. So he took it to a place in Arkansas. He gave me the name of it, I can't remember. He said that they had reported back to him saying that the leak was so small that they just recommended not even fixing it, because it would just be kind of, I don't want to say money down the drain, but he was telling me that the spot is about that big of oil after about 4 months. This by no means sets for 4 months. He took it out to drive it. He said about every 7 to 10 days, just to kind of let everything move. His goal with this was to LS swap it, but with the price of just about everything doubling, he decided to go the 2 Series route, like an M2 something. I don't know 2 Series very well, but he decided to go that route, and he in turn needed to get rid of this. I'm really, really stoked about it. I love BMW so much, and I'm glad to have one again, especially one that has pretty inexpensive parts, isn't the hardest to work on, and is in really good shape. I will show you, it has a couple of little flaws. We have a little tiny ding right here that you can't even hardly see. A spot right here that looks like somebody just kind of backed up into something. Not very visible if I'm not pointing it out. The owner before him, he said, had some kind of tacky aftermarket wing on it, and so it has these, which I assume there are holes underneath those, and these, and then of course I guess this is where the wing probably went, and a little bit of surface rust. So that is the only rust on the entire car, and like I said, it's surface, so not that big of a deal. But I love the M-Tech 2 wings, and I would love one on the back of here. I just have to find one. I used a quarter of a tank to drive from Oklahoma to Arkansas, which was like 2 hours. So phenomenal gas mileage, 5-speed, shifts really smooth. I'm awful at driving manual. Like, I got kind of good at it when I had the E30, and then I sold it, and then it's kind of like riding a bike. It comes back to you. I mean, it had to come back to me. I drove from Arkansas to Oklahoma, but still, I need to improve my game. I don't have a lot of crazy plans for the car. It's in such good shape, virtually stock, that I really want to keep it that way, keep the integrity of the car. So I might add some subtle M-Tech things like skirts, or like the M-Tech wing that I was talking about a second ago, maybe a subtle lip. But that's about it. I just really want to kind of keep it the way it is, maybe make it a little bit nicer, and just enjoy driving it. So this is also really nice to have since I have the car on bags, just in case something were to happen, and I'll still enjoy driving this and the GTI. More videos obviously to come. I appreciate you watching. BMW content's back.